So, hello again. Not really much. In about 6 days, I'm leaving for Bali for 2 weeks, so I won't be posting probably over the next month, and we don't really have much going on with the cars because the Ford is still defected, and I don't really just want to video much about it because there's not really much to do. It's literally just change the wheels and do a couple of other things that are simple, like change the bride seat out, etc, etc. So there's really not much to do on that. And Zahn, we're currently doing the GK Tech lock kit on the 33, so I'm sure you'll be able to find that on his channel when he makes it.
Wait, shut up.
Well, he's videoing everything, but he just hasn't made the channel yet. Same thing that I did for ages, so just being lazy, I guess.
Oh, my back is so sore.
Pussy.
Yeah, now you can video me, bro. I'm literally dripping sweat. Can you see it right now?
No, man, I'm just looking at how ugly the wheel well is on the R33 GDS-T that's like factory manual and factory sunroof that you have, man.
Just a wannabe.
You're just a wannabe BA XR6 owner, bro. Just a wannabe BA XR6 owner because they're fully sick. GK Tech don't make lock kits for them.
How you the world, baby?
It's just hot with all the spider webs. Can't even see that on... Oh, no, you can see that on video. Ricky's just chilling. AU's sitting pretty over there. The ute we got running, but it needs... we need to rebuild the power steering pump because it's leaking after the first drift day that Keith did in it. And I'm sure we'll video that, but that will take a long time to happen, I believe, because that was like May that we did that drift event. No, it was April that we did that drift event. It's now December, and it has sat there since, just chilling. But yeah, there's really not much else to tell you guys. I'm sure that I will clip some more stuff into this video. It'll most likely be just my drifting, but see, the problem with that was I was drifting and I was vibing to some cool ass music. So my main problem would be copyright claims, because I was listening to all my music while I was drifting and it was playing loud enough that that's majority of what you can hear in the video. So obviously I won't be able to post that. I'll give it my best attempt, but worst case, I'll just have to add it onto this video with no sound, which sucks, but it's still just a bit of drifting for my night. There was a couple of close calls with Zahn, there was a little bit of tandeming with Zahn. As we're improving, we're getting that little bit closer and closer every time. There's also a lot of videos that I have on my phone from the guys that were videoing us when we were at the track, so I might include some of those in the next couple of videos. Because while I'm away... Pardon? We do need a fan in here. Do you have a fan? It is really hot. It is... Actually, I'm going to check that on my phone. It feels like it is 100 degrees in here.
What are you doing? Checking for a fan on your phone?
No, I'm checking what the temperature is right now in Mugglebrook. 33 degrees, but it feels like it is 110 degrees because we're in the shed all cooped up and kind of dying. I haven't revealed my new rims for the Ford yet, but I also have photos of it and I need content, so I may even just leave this here. They are not bad. They've got 5... Oh, the fronts have... The rears, that one's a rear. It has 6 inches of dish and the fronts have 5.5 inches of dish. They're pretty sick. They fit really well, which means that I will be putting the work T7Rs on my Nissan Skyline V35. So I'm pretty keen for that. In the New Year's, where, well, I am going to start building this car because the Ford is virtually done until I've set this up, the G, or not the G, the Skyline, for drifting which is literally hydro handbrake, GK Tech lock kit, and a steering wheel and bucket seat. That's literally it. That's all I'm going to do to it. Just a plain little simple drifter, because if I start fancying it all up and everything, it'll be really cool in that, but it just won't be as fun because I'm just in the grassroots era of my drifting at the moment, and we're just looking to improve. But the Ford, I also have an FG Mark II Barra turbo motor for it, and I also have a BA XR6 turbo diff that I'll be building for it in the near future. So next year is going to be a big year. The nav also is going to get a little bit of a remodel, and I will be looking at starting to get some work done on the VS Ute. So it's basically next year will just be work hard to try and get all my cars done that I currently have, and then 2025 we're going to be looking at getting more cars. So I get my blacks. So for those of you who aren't Australian, we go through a licensing system. So 16 years old you get your L plates, so that means that you have to drive with a fully licensed driver, and you're only allowed to go 90 kilometers an hour, which is I think 55 or 50 miles an hour. I don't really know. I probably don't even have an American audience right now, but yeah, and then you move on to your red Ps, which pushes you into 90 k's an hour, but it means you can drive by yourself. And so I forgot where I was at. So the red Ps system is when you hit 17 years of age and 130 hours, I believe it is, of driving time. So you have a logbook, you have to log it all. You have to have 20 or 30 hours of night driving and 100 hours of day driving. So then once you've done that and you've hit 17, you get your red Ps, and then when you're 18 you get your green Ps, and then you got to be on your green Ps for 2 years. So green Ps you're allowed to do 100 but nothing over, and you're allowed to, there's a various amount of couple of rules. But in your P plate era, you're not allowed to drive any cars with over 130 kilowatt per ton. So that means that I'm not allowed to drive my Skyline, this because it's an SSV, the VL, everything else I'm allowed to drive. So my VS Ute over here is what I'll be getting started on late 2024, I believe. So it is factory manual V6 bench seat, and it's not bad. It's a good clean shell to start off with. There's the one dent in the car, which is literally that, and you can access it from in there. If I didn't have the tub liners I'd be able to show you, but there's two panels, one here and one here, that you're able to access the inside of that panel to try and push it out. If not, you can cut the panel out and replace it, or cut the panel out, do the body work, and then put it back on. So that should be a pretty good build. I'll explain when I get to the Ute what I'm going to put in it, because I already have some plans, but plans always change. And that's Zahn's hiding over there in the back. You can see that on his channel when he makes it once again. But yeah, this is just a whole bunch of me shit talking, trying to fill out another video, just so that I have a little bit of content for you guys that I can post while I'm off and away in Bali. I'll post a video while I'm over there, but my main problem currently is just finding content, because for now my cars are done and driftable and tow worthy. So at the moment it's just refining the Skyline a little bit, and I don't know, it's Christmas, so living a little bit. But thank you for watching this part of the video anyway. I'm sure that I will just put a couple of drifting clips in the end of this, so that you guys have something to watch and entertain you. And yeah, thank you and goodbye. It is a wonderful day today. I'm joking, it's literally starting to storm on us. So just quickly, I'm going to do a couple of things on the Ford. So my Skyline over here, we had to put Zahn's 33 front wheels on it. because my tyres were bald and because it's been raining for the past couple of days. Obviously we want something that aren't bald, but today I'm going to take the work wheels off the Ford Falcon, and I'm also going to change the bucket seat out for the XR seat that I've got stored out the back, so that I can start clearing defects on it. So we're going to start off with that and see how bad the rain gets, because if it just starts pouring down then I'm not even going to bother. But yeah. So it looks atrocious, terrible, but it's legal now, so I'm gonna miss this. But I got bigger and better wheels to put on it after I clear the defect. I just need to get tires on them, and yeah, so one more nut on that, and then I'll put the other wheel on, and then I'll do the same on the rear. So I'm just about done, but I just wanted to show you guys the wheel speed sensor. So the wheel speed sensor on these is that one just there. If you can, the lighting's not very good, but it's got an 8mm bolt on it, and I just had it zip tied up here. And so when you disconnect that, you'll get, and keep the other one on if the other one is good, then you'll lose ABS and traction control. So that's good for drifting, because obviously traction control, even if you turn it off in a lot of cars, it'll still somewhat work. It'll cut your throttle out a little bit. And no ABS is also handy, because you can lock up your wheels when you want to. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I literally just had it zip tied up there, and it just sits down there. So just about ready to put this wheel back on, and then I will be done other than the seat. But I'm going to throw these work wheels on this Skyline first, just to make sure that they fit properly, and that I don't need anything else, because Keith is currently dailying that. And I've got the Skyline on a jack. So this is what the Ford looks like now. It's terrible. It's so ugly. I really don't like it, but it is what it is for now. But these new wheels are going to be sick, and they're going to be a little bit wider on the front, so they'll stick out a little bit more, give me good fitment, and I won't need to run spacers, so that's -1 defect if I do get pulled over again with these new wheels on. So I'll throw these work wheels on this and show you guys how it looks. The Skyline now has its new wheels on. The wheels are now on their forever home, because I really like them on there. So that is where they will be staying. And the Ford looks sad, unfortunately, but she'll be right. She will be alright. The fitment on the Skyline with these are pretty good as well. Like, it's like kind of perfect on the rear. The front fitment sucks, but when I get the GK Tech lock kit for it, it should push them out a little bit. If not, I'll just run spacers. But yeah, overall I'm happy. So now we're onto the seat, and the screws in the bottom of the seats. So these are the factory ones. It is an aftermarket seat, but I kept the factory screws, and so they're a Torx bit, T-O-R-X, I believe. So King Chrome has them so that you can put a rattle gun on it. You just need a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch drive adapter, and then you can put them on a 1/2 inch rattle gun like I have, and then with the extension. So these ones are a T50. You can also get them in like Allen key versions or other bits like for a drill or something like that, but I'm just going to use the rattle gun because it's way more efficient. So yeah, I'm just going to take this seat out now, and then once I get those bolts out, I'll lift it up and get the plugs out, and then we'll be ready for the new, well, not for the new seat, but the other seat to go in. The bride bucket seat has been pulled out, and the XR seat has been put in. I need to clean it because it has a bird poo stain on it, but now it's literally just stock suspension needs to be put in, and then it'll be back on the road, and I'll have to redo this all again in reverse. But it is what it is. She'll be right. I shouldn't have driven it that night, but even then I wouldn't have avoided it, which meant I would have been dailying this instead of the nav, so kind of fucked that. Yeah, it sits really low on these wheels with the coilovers. Like, those are 17s, and it's pretty low on them, I will admit. And then I'm pretty sure I'll rub at full lock. Let's test, actually. No. The other side, maybe? No. All good. Never mind. It must touch. Yeah, it scrubs because of the offset of the wheels. That's a problem, but not really. She'll be right. Anyway, that's probably where this video is going to be wrapped up. Yeah, I'll get you guys in the next video.